The hidden link between insomnia and skin pigmentation. There are nights when we just can't sleep, and somehow the hours feel longer. You lie there staring at the ceiling, listening to the tick of the clock. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And when the first light of morning arrives, you look in the mirror and notice something different: skin that's duller, more tired looking, and sometimes melasma patches that seem darker than the night before. I've seen this far too many times in my clinic. One patient, Margaret, 59, once told me, "Ethan, I thought my skin was betraying me just because of age, but then I realized it was also showing the nights I couldn't sleep." Margaret had chronic insomnia after menopause. When we tested her, her cortisol levels were nearly 40% higher than normal. And cortisol, if you don't already know, is the stress hormone. It quietly breaks down collagen, slows cell renewal. And yes, it stimulates the cells that produce melanin. Our bodies have a natural beauty schedule, the skin's repair cycle that works hardest at night, especially during deep sleep. When you lose sleep, this cycle gets interrupted. Your skin cells don't have enough time to repair damage or sweep away the free radicals that cause discoloration. It's like a city that never gets cleaned at night. Dust and debris pile up, leaving everything looking dull and gray. A study from the University of California, Irvine, found that postmenopausal women who slept fewer than 5 hours per night had a 30% higher risk of developing or worsening melasma compared to those who slept a full 7 to 8 hours. And it's not just about how long you sleep, it's also about how well you sleep. Are you reaching deep restorative sleep? Are you drifting in and out of half-finished dreams? This makes me wonder, and I want you to wonder too, if I treated my sleep with the same priority I treat my skincare, would my results be different? Because sometimes, what your skin needs most isn't a new cream. It's an unbroken night of rest. No alarm clock jolting you awake, no blue light sneaking in from a screen at midnight. The small lesson here is this: your skin and your sleep are best friends. When one suffers, the other struggles to thrive. If you want brighter, healthier skin, start with your sleep, because no serum can replace the hours you spend in deep restorative rest. And there's another enemy of your skin, not the darkness of night, but the light. The very light we've lived with our whole lives, yet so often underestimate. In the next part, I'll share how sunlight and time quietly record every mark on your skin. The cumulative impact of sunlight over the years. There's something I think many of us don't realize: your skin has a memory. It doesn't forget a single thing you've put it through. Not those sunny afternoons at the beach in your 20s. Not the days gardening without a hat. Not those summer picnics when you skipped sunscreen because the sun isn't that strong today. I once told a patient, Susan, 64, that the melasma on her cheeks wasn't just from her recent sun exposure. It was the result of a record of UV rays her skin had been keeping for over 40 years. She sat quietly for a moment, then gave a bittersweet smile and said, "Oh, my youthful summers are still here, right on my face." UVA rays, the ones we tend to notice the least, slip through clouds, through window glass, and penetrate deep into the dermis, breaking down collagen and stimulating melanocytes. The scary part: UVA doesn't burn like UVB, so we don't feel an immediate effect, but it quietly leaves damage that can take decades to reveal itself. And when you enter menopause, your skin is weaker, thinner, and less capable of repairing itself. That's when melasma often flares up. If you've ever lived in sun-soaked places like California, Florida, or Texas, you've probably seen this more clearly. I once compared the skin photos of two women of the same age, one who had lived her whole life in Alaska and one in Southern California. The difference was like night and day. The woman in the sunny climate had far more pigmentation and sun damage, even though she had started taking skincare seriously in the last 5 to 10 years. So if you're applying sunscreen every day now, congratulations. But if you think a few years of sunscreen will undo everything, the answer is no. What you're doing now is preventing new damage, but your skin's memory is still there. And melasma, with its sensitive nature, will gladly make use of those old memories to appear. This makes me want to ask you, if your skin remembers everything, what do you want it to remember in the years ahead? The lesson I've learned is this: it's never too late to start protecting your skin. Every day you wear sunscreen is one more day you reduce the bad memories UV rays leave behind. But sunlight and time aren't the whole story. There are still other quiet, often overlooked factors that can make melasma worse. And we're going to talk about those next. Other contributing factors you might be overlooking. When we talk about melasma, most people immediately think of sunlight hormones or age. But there are other quieter factors less talked about that can make melasma far more stubborn. I remember one patient, Janet, 57, who came in with redness and new patches of pigmentation that had appeared in just a few months. She was puzzled because during that season, she had hardly been in the sun at all. After we talked, we discovered the culprit was right in her bathroom, a new moisturizer she'd bought online, heavily advertised, but loaded with alcohol and strong fragrances. Her skin, already more sensitive after menopause, was experiencing mild but constant irritation. And her skin's defense mechanism to produce even more melanin. It's not just skincare products, genetics also play a role. If your mother, sisters, or other family members have struggled with melasma, your chances of developing it are higher too. It's not a guaranteed fate, but it's an important reminder to start being proactive early. And there's another factor that often gets overlooked: thyroid disease. Changes in thyroid hormones, whether hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, can disrupt your skin's balance and pigmentation. I once had a patient, Eleanor, 60, who had battled persistent melasma for years without knowing why. Only when a blood test revealed hypothyroidism, and we treated it, did her skin begin to gradually improve. I often ask my patients, and now I want to ask you, is there something in your daily habits or your overall health quietly contributing to your melasma that you haven't noticed yet? Sometimes the answer isn't in your sunscreen or your vitamin C serum. It's in the skincare products you choose and whether you get regular checkups or in the attention you pay to other signs your body is giving you. The lesson here is clear. Melasma is a mirror reflecting many aspects of your health. If you only look at the surface, you'll miss the important signals beneath it. And when you address the root cause, your skin often knows exactly how to recover. Now that we understand the causes from the inside out, it's time for the most exciting part: practical, easy-to-follow solutions you can start using at home today. At-home care and a holistic lifestyle. When it comes to treating melasma, most people think first of expensive creams, laser sessions, or chemical peels at the spa. But after decades in this profession, I've realized something beautiful: skin isn't created only in the clinic, it starts in your own home, in the small habits you build every single day. Patricia, 63, is living proof. When I first met her, she had already tried every miracle melasma product on the market, and all it left her with was weaker, more sensitive skin while the melasma stayed put. We started over, not with aggressive treatments, but with a gentle, sustainable plan: proper sun protection, soothing skin care, healthy eating, and better sleep. 6 months later, she returned with skin that was more even-toned, brighter, not because of magic, but because of patience. Upgraded sun protection. I'm not talking about putting on sunscreen only when it's sunny. I mean making it a non-negotiable part of your morning routine, like brushing your teeth or drinking a glass of water. Use a broad-spectrum SPF 30+ every day, protecting against UVA, UVB, and even blue light from screens. Reapply every 2 hours if you're outdoors. Wear a wide-brimmed hat and sunglasses, not for style, but because they're your personal shade umbrella. A gentle skincare routine. Morning cleanse with a sulfate-free face wash. Apply a vitamin C serum for antioxidant protection. Add niacinamide to calm and brighten the skin, and finish with sunscreen. Night remove makeup. Gently cleanse, then use azelaic acid or a low-strength retinol to encourage cell renewal. Avoid harsh scrubs or high-strength peels at home. Postmenopausal skin needs care, not combat. Anti-inflammatory nutrition. Your skin reflects what you eat. Fill your plate with leafy greens, berries, and fatty fish like salmon or sardines rich in omega-3s. Drink enough water, limit sugar and processed foods. Consider adding vitamin D, vitamin E, and zinc, but always check with your doctor first. Better sleep. Remember earlier when I talked about the link between insomnia and melasma? This is where theory turns into action. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed, keep a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. If you have trouble sleeping, try a cup of chamomile tea, soft music, or a few minutes of meditation. And if you're wondering, will these small changes really make a difference? The answer is yes. Not just for your skin, but for your overall health. The lesson here is this: treating melasma is not a sprint, it's a journey. Every small step you take today is a brick in the foundation for healthier skin in the future. And now, as we've walked together through the causes and the solutions, I want to leave you with one final message, not just about your skin, but about how you face aging and how you face yourself. We've just walked through quite a journey together, from understanding what melasma really is to uncovering each cause: hormones, sleep, sunlight, small daily habits, and overall health. We've also talked about solutions, not overnight. Miracle secrets, but sustainable, gentle habits that actually work. I'm reminded of Mary, the woman who called me one early morning, worried about new patches of pigmentation. 6 months later, she came back to my clinic, not with perfect skin, but with a completely different smile. She said, "I've realized I don't need to defeat time. I just need to learn how to live in harmony with it." And that's exactly what I hope you carry with you after this video. Melasma, or any other mark that comes with age, isn't the end of your beauty. It's simply part of the story you're writing. The question is, how do you want to keep writing it? Maybe you'll start by putting on sunscreen every morning, or giving yourself an extra 15 minutes to unwind before bed, or simply looking in the mirror and smiling instead of frowning at a new dark spot. The lesson I want to leave you with is this: you can't erase your skin's past, but you absolutely can shape its future. Every choice you make today is a promise to your tomorrow. If today's story resonated with you, I'd love for you to leave a comment and share your own experience, because your story might be the inspiration someone else needs. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone you think needs to hear it. And remember, this is only part of the journey. In the next video, I'll take you deeper into the triggers that cause melasma in older adults.